Weaponeer here, and about a year, well actually about 2 years ago, I went ahead and I put together a bag that I could have ready at all times. And I always called it the ready bag. It was something that, if I needed to go ahead and hit the road real quick, something unplanned, last minute need to go ahead and visit family or whatever, I always had a bag that was ready. And all I had to do was just basically grab that bag and I could hit the road. I didn't have to worry about food or whatever else. And also that it worked well for, anytime you have well, everybody knows about the tornadoes and stuff like that, or hurricanes. We don't have hurricanes in Wisconsin, but we got the tornadoes. And if a natural disaster of some sort hit the area, well, you had the means of grabbing a bag and running to cover. So that was the whole purpose, not the other purposes that a lot of the other guys have. But I needed a bag, so I went ahead and I got this bag. Now this bag right here, it's a Meritech Extreme, and it's okay. I mean, it's suitable, put it that way. It worked, but it just didn't work well enough for what I wanted, as well as for what my philosophy is for modularity. And it just didn't have any modular aspects to it. And so I went ahead and I replaced it this year. And what I replaced it with was this one right here. This right here is the Maxpedition Multi-Purpose Bag, and it is an exceptional bag. It really is. It may look smaller than the other one, but I think it actually holds a lot more. You got the external dimensions. The external dimensions on this thing are fairly substantial. They're 16 by 11 by 10. So you've got to, and that's pockets and everything else. So it's a good sized bag. Extremely well built. Very, very, very well built. It really is top quality, as you'd expect from Maxpedition anyway. I really liked the features. I like the 1050 denier ballistic nylon fabric that they use. It's just really, you can really drag it behind your truck or whatever else you need, and it's just going to go ahead and survive. It works out phenomenally. It's just really heavy duty. Then you've got all the Ykk zippers on here. Everybody knows about the Ykk zippers. They're about the best you can possibly get. They're nice and strong and everything else. I've always called them Ykk Zippers. And then you also have the buckles on here. That doesn't have a whole lot of them, but it does have a couple buckles on here. And the buckles that it does have are the Duraflex nylon buckles. And basically, you've got a couple of them, and we'll get to that. It also has the high tensile strength nylon webbing right here, and the interesting thing about that is it's just about one continuous piece, because you have the nylon webbing here that you see is the same one that runs all the way up to here, which runs over to here, runs all the way back down to here, which runs all the way up over to here, which runs up here to all the way down to here. So it's not going to give out on you. It's attached in more than a dozen different places. It is very well made, and I really like that feature. I thought that was a really nice feature where it's going to support the weight of the bag no matter what you put in it. If you have your bag, it just has stitching on right here. Well, the stitching, if you have too much weight in here, the stitching could possibly fail, and it may be for a number of reasons. It may be some dry rot or something like that, and that thing would just give out, and then you basically lose your bag. But if it's attached all the way around, as long as you have these nylon straps here, it's just going to go ahead and retain that weight no matter what. Really good idea. They also use a special high tensile strength thread. So it's not your standard thread, it's an upgraded thread. Everything else on here is double stitched, as well as box. You get the box with an X in it stitch. And that's typically on the straps and things. And then you got the double bar stitching every once in a while, and that's just a basically, if you look at it, it looks like a bar. And it's just super reinforced stitching. And this right here is just really built like a tank. And that's what really excited me about the bag. And I wanted something that the other bag was bigger, but this right here basically carries more for me. And not only does it carry more, it carries more that is easier for me to find the things. The other thing was basically 2 massive pockets on the inside, and that was about it. And everything was basically looked like a woman's purse in there. You can go ahead and lose something in there for days and never be able to find it. So I was happy that I went with this. I'll show you the other side of this as well. Again. And so those aspects are what really made me think that this right here was the bag that should replace it. And it really has done a phenomenal job so far. Now, all the zipper pulls, they all have nylon zipper pulls. Well, the zippers have zipper pulls on there, either nylon or paracord, depending on which one. There's one that has a nylon strap, and that's because there's 2 zippers tied together, so you can take one strap and unzip. We'll get to that stuff too. What else is about this thing? It's about really it. The overall, how much space is in here. Let's see if I remember that. That is 1,830 cubic inches. So got a good amount of space in there. That's about 30 liters, so the people that are interested in that, in the metric version. I don't always give the metric versions out, but I do when I can. So as you can see on here, we have a good sized pouch here. We got a smaller pouch here. We got a big pouch here. We got a large pouch here with a small pouch attached to it. That is, you can either use that as a small wallet, or that yellow tag in there. That's just the Maxpedition logo that I have stuffed in there. This right here, you can place a any kind of ID in there, or you can go ahead and place a business card and slip it in there. It makes it easier for you to go ahead and keep track of your bag. So, and we've got a big pouch on this side. So we've got pouches all over the place. If I remember correctly, there's like 22 individual carrying compartments in this whole thing. So it's not like you're not going to find a place to put something. That's what I mean. Everything is easy to find. Let's see, everything is fully padded in here, so if we unzip the pouch, this right here is fully padded. And that's one of the beautiful things about it. The outside of this bag is really padded really well, and that allows you to have access to anything on the inside, and which means that anything on the inside that you have in here is going to be protected. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and kind of reset and allow you to get a better, closer look at this while I point out all the other features. So as you can see, right on top here, I have my tomahawk, and this right here fits within these little tabs here. Those little areas there are able to go ahead and be tightened down quite snugly, or you can load even a like a mag flashlight in there. You want one of those big D-cell mag flashlights, you can load that in there. I have loaded the hiking sticks and stuff like that. I put them in there. You collapse them down and stuck them in there. So this right here is it's a nice place to keep, especially the flashlights. I really like keeping the flashlights there because you can turn on a flashlight there and then walk along holding it here, and anything you point at is going to be, having the flashlight pointing on it. Makes it easy because something's, holding the flashlight for you, so you can actually put this down and use it to, illuminate an area. Let's say you have to, you got a flat or something like that, you can go ahead and, use that light to illuminate the area without it sitting on the ground rolling around. We've got the compartment here. Now, like I said, this is all nicely padded right here, and on the inside is quite water repellent on the inside here, you can see. And then we have all these different pockets here, pen pockets and things like that. We've got a number of pockets on here. We have all these separate pen pockets. This is a larger pocket right here, can accept in either ID or a small calculator. This right here is just about big enough to place in either a small pad of paper or write in the rain. You have the larger area here with the Duraflex snap, and that right there you can put a like a large pad of paper in there if you have to, file folders or something, just about anything you really need to get at. And then once again, once you zip it up, the padding is protecting it. Really nicely done. Now we have the side here, as you can see. Now there's actually more pockets here than you can actually see, but I'll unzip this one. Now this one right here is a rather large pocket, and so you can actually see it a little bit better. And this is a fairly good sized pocket in here, and it also has another pocket right here. So you have a fairly good sized area here. I typically carried like the emergency blankets and stuff like that in here, along with an emergency poncho or something. I always place that in here. This right here I always used for my fire starting gear, and I don't have it in here I got it empty right now. And so it's just a basic pocket, and just big enough to carry your items that you need to carry. I told you about the other pocket. Well, I'm going to show you, there's actually two hidden pockets on here, but I'm going to show you the other side first. Like I said, we have a spot here for either ID or your business card or anything like that you want to go ahead and be able to mark your gear with. And you also, there's a little bit of room in here, so you can actually place some items in here, so you not have to worry about that too much. There's area for pens, anything you want to go ahead and place in there. No problem at all. You got all the room that you can place small business cards and stuff like that right in there, no problem at all. Then you got the large pocket, which is right here. This pocket right here has a little slip pocket here. It's got a slip pocket just like it in the flap, and then you've got the large pocket, and that's a fairly good sized pocket. I think the pocket is about 13 by 2 by 9.5. But it's a good sized pocket there. Now, as I said, it does have two hidden pockets, and the two hidden pockets, as you can see, when you carry it by the handle here, everything is nice and compact. Well, you got to remember that this handle's got Velcro on it, so we can go ahead and pull the Velcro, nicely padded, and then drop those side straps down. This right here is the shoulder carrying strap, and as you notice, I've got the excess stuck in those pockets. And it's the same on both sides. You can go ahead and stick the excess down in there, so you can carry items within those pockets, kind of hidden. On the top, you have some MOLLE, so you can add on a pouch or two. And then you also have the double zipper, and with the single pull, which is nice to have, and nice and convenient to go ahead and open it up. You've got Velcro on the top here, as well as right here. Now on the inside, this is a pretty good cavernous pocket. It does have one divider in it, and that's this one right here. I didn't have it really stuck in there really tight because I wanted to be able to pull it out. It is in there tight when you go ahead and place it in there. As you can see, it's got two pockets on this side. It's well padded. This whole thing is very well padded. On the other side, you can see there's enough room for at least one pistol with several magazine pouches and stuff like that. I'll remove the pistol. But anyway, you want to carry them in there. You've got the magazine pouches here, and you've got the actual holster, or whichever you want to call it. I just have it set like this because it was easier. You can go ahead and set this a different way and make it so just a small pouch or pocket. So a lot of different ways you can set that up. Any kind of Velcro gear that you want to go ahead and purchase, Maxpedition's got a ton of it. You can place that right here, and completely make it modular, which, like I said, is what I like. As you notice right here, here's a nice flat spot, and it's got the Velcro on it. I really like the way they did that. That right there, it does lay flat once it's placed inside. And like I said, you can just drop it in, and it's Velcroed in place now. Say it does stick very well, and if I would have pushed down a little bit, it would have gone no place. Now, inside, you've got a large pocket with two side pockets, and I'll open that up so you can see that. Velcro on the bottom. So as you can see, there's Velcro on the bottom. There's a side pocket right there, and then there's another side pocket actually hidden under this flap right here. So there's a side pocket right here. So as you can see, got a pretty good opening there, and this is designed so it can be partitioned off. So you can take this partition and drop it in there. You can place a laptop one side if you want, file folders, anything you want, and it's going to stay nicely partitioned. And remember, that's padded, and it's padded on the inside. So the inside walls here are nicely padded. So if you take a laptop and place it in there, you can take your power cords or batteries and stick them in these side pockets. This is basically, it's very well suited as a briefcase, like a tactical briefcase. Extremely well suited for that. Like I said, I use it for different purposes. I use it more in a modular aspect, and so I take packs like this, which is a small one, and this one right here just slips like this right inside. So I have everything I need within that one. I have another one that's smaller than that goes on in front of that one, and then I actually have a larger one right here, which is ready to go, and that basically just plops down in the other one. So we stick that in there. Now the inside is, it might look a little packed in here a little bit, but it's really not. It's got a whole lot more room in there. The partition allows a lot more stuff in. Now, as I said, I like the modular aspect. That way, if I need something out of here and I know I have to grab whatever, I can go ahead and grab just that one thing rather than digging around the inside or the pockets or something like that. I just grab the one item I need and I go. And so that allows me a lot of flexibility. So it allows me also, if I'm going to be using it as a range bag or something like that, I can take one of my first aid kits and I can just take that and drop it right in. So it makes it so, because it's modular that way, I can quickly add or remove parts I don't need. I don't have to have it packed to the max and carry around all that material if I'm not going to use it. I can go ahead and I can load in the parts that I need and just load that in very quickly, easily, no problem at all. Just drop it right in, or I can go ahead and drop this one in and swap around several other ones, and it's absolutely set up for whatever requirements I or you may have. And that's what really enthused me about this kind of bag. I really like the idea of being able to pull out just the pouches that I want. It makes, then I just open up this pouch, and this pouch might have another smaller pouch in it. I like that type of system because, like I said, I can keep this right here either next to the door or in the vehicle, and whenever I have to go ahead and quickly leave, it's normally already packed for the main items that I have. Or I can go ahead and just, if I need to go to the range or something like that, I can just pull out a couple things, drop in the first aid kit, and I'm ready to go. There's no more putzing around trying to load stuff up. If stuff is already in small bags and Maxpedition pouches and stuff like that, I can just go ahead and drop it right in. I'm done. No more waiting around. I can also probably get another one of these center pouches and have one set up for one purpose, another one set up for another purpose, and drop that in there. So, the sky's the limit. You can do whatever you want. It's not very hard. And let's double check, make sure. Okay, I've shown you that one. And this one right here. As you can see, This is another large pocket. We got our two side pockets here, here and here. Also got our larger pocket here with our Duraflex snap, and we also have the area in between. This right here is padded. You got the Velcro in the front, and this is all water resistant material here, so it's going to keep your objects dry. What more can you ask for? This is absolutely perfect for my needs, and if you're looking for a good EDC, this right here would absolutely suit your needs, especially if you're going to be carrying around a computer or anything like that. Now, these days I don't carry around a computer very often. If I go to the range, I might take the computer because I'll hook that up to the other gear, so I can go ahead and measure the velocities and things like that and have it on the computer so I can get all the other data at the same exact time. It just works out nice for me. Now, overall, what do I think of the bag? Well, this is absolutely phenomenal. I really like the even the non-slip with a carry strap. The dimensions are more than suitable. Like this side here, which is basically the front, that's like a 6x2x9, and with the ID and pen holder in here. And then you got the actual other side, the rear, and this area here, that big area here, that's about 5x2x5, with not including the pockets and stuff like that. So you've got plenty enough room. Like I said, 1,830 cubic inches of space with 22 independent carrying compartments. I mean, what can you say? Everything is super heavy duty. Everything is double stitched or triple stitched. In this case, it's stitched here, it's stitched here, it's stitched here. You can see the box with the X stitch here and here. And even here. You're not going to be wearing this thing out very soon. It's just something that's going to go ahead and be a very good investment for the long term because it's going to last. And that's why I like it. My other one lasted about a couple of years, and as soon as I got it, I knew I was in trouble because it wasn't the Maxpedition. It just wasn't the standard that I really like. When I spend the money, I want to go ahead and spend the money that it's going to go ahead and get me someplace, and that's what this is all about. The Maxpedition MPB, or a multi-purpose bag, is just the thing for me, and I really think that you're going to like it as well. So, have any comments or questions? Feel free to post them below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to rate my videos on Weaponeer, and I'll catch you in the next one.